Hey guys, my name is Kelsey Dagey, and we have an audience of 21. Alright, so some of you may have read the book, and I'm pretty sure the majority of you may have seen the movies, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about Harry Potter. So, Harry Potter is beloved by all nations, or all children across the country. It's long ago became a household name. However, it's not just the fame that has made the impact that it has. Also, it has taught children to love reading. However, not every child is allowed to read Harry Potter because of the misconceptions some parents have about the series. So today I'm going to talk to you guys about those misconceptions, and I'm also going to talk to you about why they're untrue. So, for starters, the main reason why Harry Potter is held at arm's length in this country is because it is mainly a Christian nation. And as Deuteronomy 18:10-12 says, "Let no one be found among you who sacrifices their son or daughter in the fire, who practices divination or sorcery, interprets omens, engages in witchcraft." Also, as in today's age, fantasies can be powerful. They are interpreted as good. As Richard Baines said on the website cbn.com, he says, "Fantasy is a wonderful way to communicate truths to children. There are various concepts that are biblically sound that you can put in terms that they can understand. Issues like integrity, honesty, bravery, courage, forgiveness, and you can find these things in books like The Chronicles of Narnia and The Lord of the Rings." However, there are a lot of questions raised about the series, despite the fact that it is a fantasy and it does have good morals. Things like, for instance, rule breaking. Harry, Ron, and Hermione, the main characters of the series, they break a lot of rules in their end goals, like throughout the series, to get to the happy ending. They break a lot of rules in the midst of that, law school rules. And also, there is no higher power. For instance, like in The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, Aslan is a higher power. Like, he is almost like the Jesus, he's the Jesus of the series, really. And in Harry Potter, there is no higher power like that. However, despite all of this, the opulency and the sorcery is merely just an appeal and a cover to get a student's attention so that the author can bring across what they really, really want to bring across. For instance, J.K. Rowling, she talks about racism in her series, she talks about friendship, she talks about bravery and love and coming of age. For instance, Harry Potter is 12 at the beginning of the series, 11, 12, and he grows throughout the series, and he becomes a man, and you get to experience that as you read the book. Also, sorry guys, also choices. Harry makes a lot of choices between good and wrong, and you get to see that in the series as well. Also, well, the whole series overall is just a battle between good and evil, between Voldemort and Harry, between good morals and bad morals. Also, as I mentioned earlier, there was rule breaking. However, even the rule breaking presents to kids in an easy to understand way that life is not clean cut. In the real world, not every line is clean cut. Harry Potter shows children that concept in a way that helps them understand that sometimes you have to make tough decisions in order to get to what you believe in. And also, the magic in Harry Potter, like before, I talked about how Deuteronomy 18:10-12 said that people, basically says that you should not worship or you should not engage in sorcery. Well, Harry Potter, the sorcery in Harry Potter isn't worshipped or idolized like a pagan ritual. It's not idolized. It's more a skill. Like one might utilize athleticism when they're playing sports or something like that. So also in previous speeches, I've compared Harry Potter to The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe per se. It's true, and there are distinct comparisons between Aslan and Harry, for instance, and Jesus, because it's an allegory. The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is an allegory of the story of Jesus. So I made that comparison between the two, and there are parallels. For instance, Harry Potter and Aslan and Jesus, they all have common characteristics, like they're all unselfish, they're all brave, and they're all kind, and they all care about people. And Harry Potter, one of the biggest things in Harry Potter that represents maybe the story of Jesus is that Harry Potter ends up giving his life for his friends in the last book. And he actually kind of comes back to life, per se, ends up saving the day just like Jesus or just like Aslan. However, it has caught some slack because Harry Potter is not purposely or distinctly a depict story of Jesus. So, nor does it, like I mentioned previously, have the presence of a higher power within the series. But however, people nowadays, they would describe that as secular, right? So, however, as Jefferson Bethke's YouTube video said, is secular music evil? He's addressing the issue by speaking about the way as Christians we should judge music. So I'd like you guys to think of this as how we might judge the Harry Potter series as being secular. He says, the barometer isn't, is it talking about Jesus or not? The barometer is that it's art and it can speak for itself for the glory of God. So the barometer is it true, beautiful, and excellent? Is it spirit and is it truth? It's not, is it explicitly Christian and does it have a cross on it? Even look at the Apostle Paul. He wasn't scared to quote secular people. You see it in 1 Corinthians 15, where he says, bad company corrupts, bad company corrupts good morals. And that's just a pagan quote from a poet or philosopher. We don't like to do that. It's like quoting Lil Wayne or Michael Jackson. But here's what it comes down to. God can speak through anyone because he has a monopoly on truth. Bethke goes on to talk about to discuss how true art isn't against God, who is the true artist. So we should not just put it away because it's secular, because that's not the point. Even though it doesn't distinctly talk about God in it, that doesn't mean that it cannot have morals and truths that we should hold dear and hold close. So in conclusion, in the midst of everything, I can see you still saying the witchcraft may be a harmless appeal, but children subconsciously take magic into account. There are other books that have the same morals, so why is Harry Potter so important? Well, the point is, the Harry Potter series is art. It is written and created beautifully. This series builds a whole new world. Children may subconsciously take the magical content into account, but the Harry Potter brings it into their lives in a way that cannot be taken demonically. There are other series that have some of these same aspects, like Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, or like, per se, The Lord of the Rings. But truly beautiful writing is very hard to combine. It's very rare. So it should be cherished. It should not be tossed aside because it is good and it is done well. So all in all, there may be misconceptions about the series surrounding Harry Potter, but Harry Potter has morals that children need to know. It presents information in a good way, and it has passion in the series. So literature like this, it's rare and it should not be tossed aside. It should be kept and told to our children for generations and generations to come. Thank you for listening.